Farming is often seen as a simple practice, okay? Planting maize, raising cows, or maybe growing bananas. But in Africa, farming is not just about tradition. It's also about innovation, creativity, and sometimes surprising ideas that sound unusual at first, but these are making people real money. So across the continent, many farmers are stepping away from conventional practices and also embracing ventures that outsiders might call strange, but which are providing to be gold mines. Now, what makes these unusual farms fascinating is not just their uniqueness, but also their profitability in a continent with a fast-growing population and also increasing demand for food, medicine, and also alternative farming products. These strange farming ideas are not just experimental hobbies. They are building sustainable businesses that feed families and also generate wealth. Now, imagine walking onto a farm where instead of cows, you find giant snails crawling around in large numbers, or where flies are carefully bred in a controlled environment to feed animals. That's very strange, right? But in today's Africa, these ideas are transforming into powerful agribusinesses. So in this video, I'm going to be taking you on a journey through 10 of the strangest yet most profitable farming ideas you've probably never heard of in Africa, from snails and also cane rats to soldier flies and also even worms. You will see just how creative African farmers are becoming. So I want you to sit back, relax, and also get ready to be both entertained and also inspired. By the end of this video, you might even discover a business idea that will surprise you, and who knows, maybe it could be the farming opportunity you've been waiting for. But before we start, Dallas, please, why not subscribe to the channel? Subscribe to the channel, please, in case you've not subscribed, and you can actually give the video a like if you don't mind, and you can even share with your friends who are maybe planning to become farmers in Africa. Now let's start with the number one, snail farming. Now, when most people think about livestock, they imagine cows, goats, or chickens, but in West Africa, a different kind of livestock is gaining popularity. Snails, snail farming, also called cultivation, is a very strange to many people, but it's one of the easiest and most profitable farming businesses. Snails require very little space. They eat kitchen waste and also vegetables, and they multiply quickly when cared for properly. The demand for snail meat is increasing every year, especially in Nigeria and also Ghana. Snails are considered a delicacy rich in protein, iron, and also calcium, but very low in fat. Restaurants and hotels, they often buy snails in bulk, yet supply cannot keep up with demand. What makes snail farming even more attractive is that it does not require massive capital to start. Someone can even begin with just a few snails in a backyard enclosure. And beyond food, snails are also in demand for their slime, which is used in the cosmetic industry or maybe for skin creams, soaps, and also anti-aging products. Now, this adds another stream of income for farmers willing to look beyond the meat market. The strange part is that in many African communities, snails were once seen as pests, something children picked from bushes during the rainy season. But today, that same bush meat is commanding high prices and also creating millionaires. Snail farming shows us that sometimes the things we overlook can become the very source of wealth when we approach them differently. Number two, we have cane rat, or what you can call the glass cutter farming. Now, the idea of farming rats may sound shocking at first, but not all rats are equal. In West Africa, the cane rat, popularly known as the grass cutter, is a delicacy. Unlike household rats, cane rats are large, clean rodents that feed on grass, maize stalks, and also farm leftovers. And their meat is highly valued and considered tastier than chicken or beef by many locals. Restaurants and food vendors in countries like Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, they buy grass cutter meat at premium prices because customers cannot get enough of it. So farming cane rats may sound unusual, but the business is booming, with some farmers actually making more money from grass cutters than from the traditional livestock. Grass cutter farming is relatively easy, and it requires less space than keeping goats or cows. They reproduce quickly, and their feed is cheap, making them a low maintenance but high profit investment. And some farmers, let me tell you even something very strange about these grass cutters. Some farmers, I want you to listen to this. Let me tell you, some farmers, they even sell them live to other breeders, opening up another market. And for outsiders, the thought of eating rodents might sound unappealing, but in Africa, culture tastes shape markets, okay? And what seems strange to one person is probably a treasured delicacy to another person. And this strange farming venture, it proves also that in Africa, nothing is too unusual to become a business opportunity. Number 3, we have frog farming. When you think about farming, frogs are probably the last animals that come to your mind, right? Yet in some African countries, frog farming is taking shape as a profitable niche. Frogs are in demand for 2 main reasons. One, food and science. Certain species are considered delicacies, especially in high-end restaurants that prepare exotic dishes. And beyond food, these frogs are also important in medical research and also the pharmaceutical industries. Frog legs in particular, they are exported to Europe and Asia where they fetch high prices. African farmers who tap into this market can supply both the local restaurants and also international buyers. What makes frog farming strange is the setup. It often involves creating artificial ponds or tanks, maintaining clean water and also controlling temperatures. So frogs are very sensitive to the environment, which makes the process more technical than traditional livestock. But still, the profits are undeniable. In places like Nigeria and South Africa, farmers are already tapping into this unusual agribusiness, turning crocs into cash. And this example shows that sometimes the most unexpected creatures can turn into a source of wealth when demand meets opportunity. Number 4, we have earthworm farming. Now, if you grew up seeing earthworms in the soil after it rained, you probably never thought they could be farmed. But across Africa, earthworm farming, also known as vermiculture, is very slowly catching attention. The business model here is not about eating worms, but using them to create value. Earthworms produce what we call vermicompost, a powerful organic fertilizer that improves soil health and also crop yields. So as more farmers shift towards organic farming, the demand for natural fertilizers is skyrocketing. Worm castings, these are sold at high prices because they enrich the soil in ways that chemical fertilizers cannot. And in addition, worms themselves can be sold as fishing bait, making them useful for the fishing industry. But some farmers also even dry and process worms as animal feeds, offering yet another source of income. But the strange part is that while many people scream at the thought of worms, clever farmers, they see them as money makers that live right beneath our feet. Earthworm farming shows how even the smallest creatures can have the biggest economic impact when used wisely. Number 5, we have black soldier fly farming. Now, flies are usually seen as pests, but in Africa, they are turning into a gold mine. The black soldier fly is an insect with incredible potential in animal feed production. Farmers raise these flies in controlled environments, allowing them to produce and also create larvae, which are enriched in proteins. Now, these larvae, these are harvested, dried, and also used to feed chickens, fish, and also pigs. Compared to traditional feeds like soy and maybe fish meal, black soldier fly protein is very cheap, more sustainable, and also just as nutritious. And for poultry and fish farmers, this is a revolutionary solution to the high cost of feed. The business is still relatively new in Africa, which means there is plenty of opportunity for growth. Entrepreneurs who get in early are setting up farms and also selling larvae to feed companies and also small farmers. But what makes it very strange is the idea of purposely breeding flies, an insect most people spend their lives trying to kill. Yet here, farmers are very busy doing the exact opposite and making profits while solving a major agricultural challenge. This is a proof that in Africa, even a fly can turn into a fortune. Number 6, we have mushroom farming. I talked about mushroom farming in one of my videos. So unlike other strange farming ideas, mushroom farming is slightly more familiar but still unusual compared to growing maize or cassava. Mushrooms are high-value crops that require very little but careful land management of humidity and also temperature. And in Africa, mushrooms are in demand both locally and internationally. They are rich in protein, they have vitamins and also minerals, making them a healthy alternative to meat. Special varieties like oyster mushrooms and also shiitake, they fetch high prices in urban markets. The strange part is the setup. Mushroom farms often look like dark, humid rooms filled with plastic bags or maybe shelves where fungi sprout. And it doesn't look like a typical farm, yet the returns are very impressive. Farmers can harvest within weeks and also keep producing year-round. Mushroom farming also creates employment, especially for youth and women, because it does not require heavy labor or vast land. For small-scale entrepreneurs, it is one of the fastest ways to start earning money from agriculture. And it is very strange, yes, but it is also one of the smallest farming businesses in Africa today. Number 7, we have silk farming. Now, silk may be something you associate with luxury clothing, but in Africa, silk farming, also called sericulture, is slowly gaining ground. It involves raising silkworms that feed on mulberry leaves and also produce cocoons, which are harvested to make silk threads. Okay? And this farming practice is unusual because it requires specialized knowledge, it requires patience, because these silkworms are delicate creatures that need controlled environments. However, once the cocoons are harvested, the value of silk makes the effort worthwhile. Silk farming is gaining attention in East Africa, especially in Uganda and Kenya, where governments are supporting farmers to diversify exports. Silk is used not only in clothing, but also in medical purposes and also some industrial products. But the strange part is seeing farmers raising worms not for food or compost, but for fashion and luxury products. Yet for those who invest the time and effort, silk farming opens doors to international markets. So this proves to you that Africa's farming potential is not just about food. It can also be about beauty. It can also be about fashion and global trade. Number 8, we have aloe vera farming. Now, aloe vera is a common plant that many people grow in pots or gardens, but across Africa, some farmers are turning it into a commercial venture. Aloe vera farming may look strange because it is not a typical food crop, yet its uses actually are very vast. Now, the plant is in high demand for cosmetics, skincare products, and also natural medicine. From gels and juices to creams and soaps, aloe vera is used in industries worldwide. So African farmers are now cultivating it on a very large scale and also selling directly to processing companies. And what makes aloe vera attractive is its resilience, because it can grow very well in dry regions where other crops fail, and this makes it a perfect choice for farmers in some arid areas. Although very strange to those used to maize or coffee farming, aloe vera farming has one of the highest profit margins in alternative crops. And it is a very reminder that farming is not always about feeding the stomach. It can also be about healing the skin, body, and also mind. Number 9, we have camel farming. I also talked about this in one of my videos. In many parts of Africa, especially North and East Africa, camels are seen as symbols of resilience. But beyond tradition, camel farming is emerging as a profitable business. Camels provide milk, they provide meat, they provide leather, and even serve as tourist attractions. So camel milk in particular is highly nutritious and is now considered as superfood. It contains more vitamin C and iron than cow's milk, and it is actually often recommended for people with lactose intolerance. In Kenya, Somalia, and Sudan, camel milk businesses, they are booming with exports reaching the Middle East and beyond. But the strange part is that many Africans outside camel regions never think of camels as farm animals. But yet in dry areas, they are far more productive than cows or goats. So camel farming requires skill, especially in handling and feeding, but the profits are undeniable. What was once seen as a desert tradition, is now a modern agribusiness. And this shows you that even the most traditional animals can have new, strange, and also profitable roles in today's Africa. Lastly, we have beekeeping, or what we can call the stingless bees. Now, beekeeping itself is not strange. But in Africa, there is a growing interest in stingless bee farming. Unlike regular bees, stingless bees, they produce similar amounts of honey, but with higher medicinal value. Their honey is used in traditional medicine and sells at premium prices. Because these stingless bees, or what you can call stingless bee farming, it requires less protective gear because the bees don't sting. So it makes it very safe for farmers. And the honey, propolis, and also wax, these are in demand locally and internationally, with some varieties selling for double the price of regular honey. And what makes it unusual is the scale, because small wooden hives tracked into backyards or even indoors, producing tiny amounts of honey that sell like liquid gold. In countries like Tanzania, Kenya, and here where I am in Uganda, stingless bee farming is catching on as a side hustle for farmers looking for extra income. So this strange but rewarding venture shows how African farmers are diversifying and also finding profit in unexpected places. So there you have it, the 10 strange but highly profitable farming ideas across Africa. From snails and grass cutters to worms, flies and camels, these ventures prove that farming is no longer just about tradition. It's about creativity, it's about innovation, and also the courage to explore opportunities that others might laugh at. What may seem strange at first can turn into serious business when passion meets market demand. And these farming practices remind us that Africa is a land full of hidden treasures, where even the smallest or strangest creatures, they can turn into wealth. But the question is, which of these unusual farming ideas surprised you the most? Could you see yourself starting a snail farm? Could you see yourself starting a worm business, or maybe even raising soldier flies? I want you to share your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. Like the video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to this channel for more inspiring and also entertaining content about farming, lifestyle, and Africa's hidden opportunities. Remember, the future of farming in Africa is not only about the usual crops and livestock. It is also about thinking differently, daring to try the unusual, and also turning the strange into success. Stay tuned for more stories and insights, because here on this channel, we show you that even the strangest ideas can make the biggest difference. Until next time, keep dreaming big and also farming smart.